I've got my slice of cake and ready to sit down and introduce myself. So my name is Sasha. If this is the first time that we're meeting, hi, hello. Thanks for clicking on this video. I don't know what to say. My name is Sasha. If this is the first time that we're meeting, thanks for joining me here. I thought I would do a little bit of an introduction to my YouTube channel, why I'm making this channel, what you might expect, and a little bit about me. So let's get into that. I have been vegan, plant-based for about 8 years now, just over. I live here in rural Quebec, close to Ottawa in Canada, with my husband Matthew and my 2 little boys, Felix, who's 3, and Eric, who is 7 months. I'm currently on mat leave and, you know, in the thick of it of parenting. And I was recently talking to Matthew about how I kind of needed to find something to fill my cup outside of the kids so that I could, you know, bring different energy, change up my day a little bit. Because, you know, 7 months old, 3 years, it's a lot. They're a handful. There's so much energy. They need so much attention. I love them to bits, no question about that. But this treadmill, it's never ending treadmill. And I need something for myself outside of them to help re-energize me in a different way so I can be the best version of myself when I'm with them, and that they can see that I have passions and things outside of them as well. I think that that's important. So anyways, Matthew and I were chatting about this and you know, how I was feeling and wanting to get into something. I mean, we live out here in the woods. It's not as easy as walking down to the coffee shop and going to a yoga class or something like that. Like, it's a bit of a trek to find something where we are. And I mean, I've got a loving support network with my parents in town, so I'm able to go out and see them and to engage with them. But yeah, I am rambling in my storytelling, but so I was talking to Matthew about how I feel like I need a bit of a outlet outside of the kids. And I was talking about how I was really missing sharing my cooking on Instagram. I've just found that it's been a bit challenging. With the internet being so slow out here, the fact that when it's dinner time, the nap time schedules, and it's just become a challenge. You know, I have to make things very quick so that we can get to the table quickly all as a family, sit down, have a nice dinner, and then have a little bit of a break before starting the bedtime routine. So I haven't been able to share the cooking as much and be as creative in the kitchen as I had been in the past, because things are just, you know, we're on a time crunch. It's busy weekdays trying to get things out on the plate. So to film, to add captions, all of that is a bit of a challenge. So we were chatting about that and I was saying how I missed it because I found that to be a creative outlet for me. One, from coming up with what we were going to be having for dinner, but 2, putting it together and putting it out there. And it's a bit of a social experience as well, because then I'm chatting with so many people in my DMs and having nice conversations after the kids have gone to bed and following up with people. So I missed that. So we were chatting, all these ideas started to come out, and I was saying that I really enjoy making cakes. And that's something that I found when I first had Felix, and I was nursing him and I would be sitting in the rocking chair. It would be the middle of the night and I needed to do something so that I would stay awake and wouldn't fall asleep in the rocking chair with him. So I started watching YouTube videos about cake making, cake decorating, and just got really into it. And then I kind of started making cakes here and there, and I get so excited by making cakes and coming up with different flavor combinations, and maybe I'll design it this way, or maybe we'll try this today. And so I was saying, like, I just really like it, and he knows that. I get so excited. I get, like, you can feel the energy shift. You know, what if I started making more cakes? And then I thought, what if I also challenged myself by starting a YouTube channel and filming it and editing and all that comes with that. It's a lot, but I'm excited and I want to do that. So in addition to making cakes on this channel, which I think I'm gonna do a lot, I don't know, maybe I'll make a cake a week. We'll see. I think I'm gonna make cakes pretty regularly and frequently, same thing. So you'll see lots of cakes here. But I think in addition to that, I'm going to do stuff like what I eat in a day, and what my toddler eats in a day and my 7-month-old eats in a day, like those kind of ideas of giving a bit of a glimpse to the food that we're eating as a plant-based family. Maybe even like a what I made my plant-based family for dinner this week, so you can see like what do those dinners look like, and I can kind of piece them all together and share that, because I personally love watching those kind of videos to get inspiration and to see what people are eating from a plant-based perspective, because there's, you know, I think we all, no matter what diet or food lifestyle you're following, we get into a bit of habits, right? We're eating maybe the same 10 meals on a rotation, and seeing the way that other people are eating can kind of inspire you to try different things. And also by recording it and filming it and sharing that, I think it pushes me, because I was doing this on Instagram, it pushes me to want to try out different recipes as well and share that kind of that there are so many different options, and veganism and plant-based eating doesn't have to be so limiting, which I think it's so interesting that I used to think that it was a limited diet, that there was only so much that or lifestyle, I don't like to use the word diet, that it was such a limited way of eating. It is not. Like, I have had so much more exposure to different types of food, different ingredients. I mean, I also was not much of a cook before I switched before I switched to plant-based eating, before I switched to veganism. So when I made that switch 8 years ago, you couldn't really go to an A&W and grab a Beyond Burger. That didn't exist. The grocery stores, you know, there weren't really many things in the frozen aisles. You kind of had to go in with a plan of what you were going to make, or like I did when I first went vegan, is I spent the month eating hummus and carrots, and that's really all I knew how to eat, or what to make. It's not really making anything, you're just opening up a container. But I taught myself how to cook, and I've explored so much, and I absolutely love cooking. Just this season of life, it's been a bit more challenging, so I'm making things, you know, quick and trying to get a little bit better at the meal planning and prepping, so I'll probably share some of that as well. I think I'll likely also talk about making the switch to veganism. I'll probably do some grocery hauls, some taste tests, some just daily vlog style things of what we're doing as a family. I don't want to be putting this channel together and pigeonholing myself too much. Is pigeonholing, what is that? Yeah, so this happens to me. I'll say things that are phrases or expressions that I've heard and used over the years, and now I tend to stop and think, like, what does that actually mean? What's the root of that? Because there are so many different words that we don't actually know where, or I don't know where they have started or originated from, and like, is it offensive? Pigeonholing. We'll look that up. One of the things that I think is important to me for this channel is that I am not too focused in one specific thing that I want to talk about, in the sense of, you know, I don't want to just be talking about cakes. Yes, I'm passionate about making cakes. I enjoy it so much. I want to learn. I want to see, you know, how cool would it be to see how far I'm able to grow and develop my skills when it comes to cake decorating and baking from this point to, you know, a year from now. I think that's going to be really cool to also to look back at the videos and to be like, oh my gosh, Sasha. Because I know that will happen. I'll probably look at this and be like, oh, no. But we got to start somewhere. So we're starting here. But beyond cake making, I want to be able to share that glimpse of, you know, what we're eating, what we're making, a recipe that I'm really enjoying, or something I'm trying out, or hearing about something and being like, oh, let's try this. So yeah, I think we're going to try a few different things. Vacations, probably share some stuff about trips that we do, different restaurants that we'll try. Yeah, a bunch of different things. So I don't think it'll be too limited. I should have some cake. I think the plan is that I'm going to post once a week. I haven't settled on which days yet. Maybe when I post this, I will have that figured out, but I will share when I've got a bit of a schedule marked out for this. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking this channel is going to be looking like. The vision that I've got, the direction I think it will go into. And I mean, I think it'll also change. So we'll see how it all goes. I'm literally just starting. I filmed making the cake. I already can feel that there's probably a lot of things I've got to work on and change and adjust, and I haven't even started editing yet, and that's going to be a whole adventure as well. But if kind of what I've outlined, what I've talked about, the direction I think I'm going to go in sounds interesting to you, I guess this is when I ask you to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button, subscribe. Yeah, do all of that. That would be lovely if you did that. If you want to check out the other videos that I've got posted already, please do that. Let them play. See if you like it. It would be lovely if you did. If you don't, that's okay too. But I think if you like cakes, if you're interested in plant-based eating and feeding your kids and meal planning, how to do things on a busy schedule, I'm going to be going back to work in November. I've got a while I'm on mat leave, but I want to prepare myself for managing a busier schedule, kids in daycare, both of us working, making meals, working, like managing the bedtime schedules and everything. It's just going to get even more hectic. So I'd like to get some good meal planning and prepping methods in practice before I go back to work. I'm rambling at this point. It is late. Both boys are sleeping. I'm gonna finish this cake and Matthew and I are gonna watch something, but that is what I am thinking. So if you've sat through all of this, thank you. You are a lovely individual and I appreciate you so much. You can check out the other videos that I have on the channel already and stay tuned for the next one that I post. I don't have a specific outro, is what I'm realizing. How do I end a video? With a bite of cake.